Today's episode of Cooking with the Mad Snapper and his holiday black eye, we're going to do ham. Bloop. We're actually going to do ham.
So these are two 7-pound pre-cooked, pre-smoked hams. We're going to reheat them by re-cooking them or re-smoking them on the Masterbuilt smoker. Probably take 3 hours maybe, we'll see. To about an internal temperature of 140, 145. We're also going to put a glaze, cranberry glaze. We're going to make a cranberry honey glaze with brown sugar, a little bit of regular sugar, amazing honey, and cranberries, obviously. Apple juice with some mango is going to be used as the spritzer. We're going to, this is not spiral cut, so we're going to score the meat a little bit. That way the glaze can get in there. Probably going to do a dry rub as well with a little bit of brown sugar and some basic sea salt and fresh cracked pepper, maybe a little bit of marjoram. This stuff's pretty good. It takes the place of oregano. I use it a lot in potato soups. And of course, one of these hams is going for a friend. One of them's going to be mine. Mine's going to get a little extra Cajun. So let me get these unwrapped, scored, a little bit of dry rubbed, get the smoker fired up and getting up to temperature. About 250 is where we're going to put it. And that says it all. Cooking with love provides food for the soul. So don't be an asshole. Just saying. Okay, now for the dry rub, I used a cup of brown sugar, dark brown sugar. I used a half a teaspoon of salt because the ham cured and smoked already has some salt in it. I used a teaspoon of pepper, a teaspoon of garlic powder, granulated garlic powder, and a half a teaspoon of thyme, and a half a teaspoon of rosemary, and a half a teaspoon of marjoram. These are more aromatics just to make it smell amazing. A light dusting after it's scored. I did about 1.5 inches, 1 inch across, then a cross pattern. I won't take any fat off because the fat is going to render down in this 3 to 4 hour process. Personal preference, up to you. Scoring is also personal preference. I like it because it helps get stuff in there. It sometimes may look a little worse because the edges tend to brown, but it is what it is. And then a light dusting, not very heavy, just light. Okay, there's the light dusting. Got the back sides too. I don't know if it's really gonna help or not. This is only my first time doing it this way, so it's an experiment. So now I'm gonna go outside and fire up the grill. First, the Mad Snapper has to put pants on because everybody knows the Mad Snapper likes to cook in his underwear, and I don't want the neighbors calling the police again this year. I'm just kidding. They did not call the police last year. They took pictures, but whatever. So these have been out about 20 minutes from the refrigerator, so plenty of time. They can sit another 20 minutes, get to room temperature without hurting anything. They won't. It should only take about 10-15 minutes for the grill to get to where I want it. And we'll be right back with ya. Ooh-wee, Masterbuilt. Ladies and gentlemen, it was about 70 degrees yesterday for the Mad Snapper over here in Savannah, Georgia. Today, it is 36 degrees. We had a little storm roll in last night that messed up a bunch of my inflatables. And it brought in the Christmas weather. It is Christmas, so Merry Christmas. Ooh, I gotta fix the flag. Anyway, so I use fairly a premium lump charcoal. Anything $1 a pound I'll buy. This will make it smoke all by itself. But to add some extra smoke, we put in the firebox. I'm using pecan wood because I forgot to cut up the maple wood. And then we're gonna light her, set her, and let it sit at 250 for about 15 minutes. Then bring the hams out and put them on the grill. I did some bacon yesterday, thick cut bacon, and it was amazing. Anyway, I like flip-flops. All right, 36 degrees, freezing. 252. It's good enough for me. Let's put this ham on. These hams. Let's put these hams on. Be right back. Okay, hams are in place. Little pan to catch the drippings. That way I can do gravy or something later and easier clean up. Pecan wood's in place. So we'll let it sit for about an hour and come check on it. Maybe spritz it with the juice if it needs it. All right, time to clean my cutting board, clean my work area, and let's get to making this cranberry sauce glaze. Okay, so the cranberry honey glaze thing. Cup of honey is going to go in later. I got 2 cups of dried cranberries because I couldn't find real cranberries. We got a half cup of dark brown sugar, half cup of regular sugar, give or take, because I only use the cup because I'm lazy. Everything's give or take. 2/3 a cup of liquid. I'm thinking I might mix these two. Pro tip, you can always use a juice or a broth or a stock anytime it's with water. For example, I'm doing noodles for some, that's almost done, for some macaroni and cheese. It's half broth and half water. I did a potato soup last night and I used broth. When I do mashed potatoes, I use broth. It always kicks it up a notch. Yeah, it's expensive. Not really, but whatever. I like it. So anyway, I'm go get some liquid and bring it to him. Okay, don't judge the MadSnap'r stove. It's dirty because I've been using it all morning. So I'm gonna bring this to close to rapid boil, and I'll turn it down. Then I'll add the cranberries and the sugar and stir it up. These little Chinese dishes are perfect to put utensils in to keep your stove kind of clean. I gotta drain these noodles, get ready for some homemade macaroni and cheese. Lots of cheese, baked in the oven, old school Southern style, with a egg, yeah. So, grab some ingredients. So the original recipe calls for 2/3 cup water and a 1/3 cup orange juice, but I don't have orange juice, which is why I substitute with juice. So as long as you get a cup of fluids in there, it'll be fine. The brown sugar is in, the regular sugar is in. See on the edges it's starting to do that little roll, so now I'll turn it down and let it simmer. Add the other 1/3 cup of my liquid, which is probably going to be juice or water. And let's throw these cranberries in right now. Let that soak up all the juice, and this will start breaking down. And in a little bit, we'll add the honey, and this will be an amazing glaze. We'll keep some separated for later and some set aside to cool for the glaze itself. Naturally, real cranberries would be better because there's juice in the cranberries. Push them, break them down, keep it at a simmer, break everything up. But hey, work with what you got. Work with what you have. So as this stays to a light simmer, I'm gonna go get these noodles ready. See the steam? Whoa. Let me keep an eye on these. I was not getting the consistency I wanted out of these cranberries, so I started mashing them, and it's looking way, way better. I'm probably about 30 minutes in of simmering and playing with the fluids and stuff. No consistent recipe on this one. Cooking with Rye has one. That's where I got his this idea. Check out his YouTube channel, Cooking with Rye. Does an amazing assortment of things, mostly on smokers. But he always has something a little extra that is just awesome, and that's what made me want to try this. So, yep, we'll let it's finally where I want it. We'll let it cool down a little bit, and then we'll add the honey. Okay, well, let's do a temperature check, because around 120, I want to add the glaze. And I don't think these little cheap checkers are going to be worth a shit. Yeah, we're still cold, so it's only been about 2 hours, so sweet. Probably 2 more hours to go. We have some sausage cheese balls. We have some amazing macaroni and cheese. More sausage cheese balls cooking. And the star of the show, a couple of smoked hams that's about to get glazed. And this is a cranberry honey brown sugar glaze. Homemade. I started with some broth, some juice, and dried cranberries. So yeah, and real honey. Boom. Yeah, so that's what's about to go on the ham. These came out beautimous. More in there. Okay, can't do it one-handed, but basically you get the gist of it. We have that beautiful honey, cranberry, brown sugar, amazingness. Oh my goodness. And there's the hams. I'm gonna go ahead and glaze the hams. These came out absolutely amazing. Basically 2 packages of sausages. They're 16 ounces a piece. 4 cups of your favorite shredded cheese. 1.5 cups of your all-purpose flour mix, like Jiffy Mix or Bisquick. Teaspoon of sea salt. Tablespoon of pepper. Tablespoon of any other seasonings that you like. Mix it all together and then bake it at 375 for about 20 minutes. And amazing.
And let me tell you what, sometimes it's great cooking with the MadSnap'r. Purple eye and everything. This is what we got. You ready? You want to see it? If you could only smell it.
This is it. Great color, great smell. Oh, I can't wait to cut into it. But that is the holiday hams. My buddy Keith's getting that one. I'm gonna dig into that one. Add a little extra Cajun to spice it up. It's my sausage cheese balls. My macaroni and cheese. Beans. Beans are still simmering. They're almost done. They got some thick bacon in it too. But yeah, that's the gist of it. That's the cranberry. Had a little bit left too. I did that way wrong because of the I used dried cranberries, so I had to add almost twice the amount of liquids versus the original recipe and mash it, but it still came out amazing. Amazing. Yeah, that's so beautiful. All right, have a good one. Bye. Okay, the other ham is passed off to the family, so I just dug into this one. Amazing. Heating my beans up now. Wish you guys were here to eat this. It's amazing.